Okay, we are live now. Good morning, good afternoon, happy Thursday. Wanted to say happy Thursday, but maybe some people in Australia, in other country, but most of the time I call it Thursday as a Junior Friday. Happy Junior Friday. Thank you very much for watching this live or replay this video later. I'm so happy today. I'm with one of our business partner in online business, and I have a opportunity to have a quick live with her. Um, Without further ado, just introduce yourself. Tell us about yourself, Tahmina, and we are going from there.
All right, of course. Hello, Rosa, and Eid Mubarak to everyone
With,
that's
I
celebrating
forgot.
the festival. And it's so nice to meet you. I love doing these interviews because this is how we connect with other people within our business community, and
Yes.
so it's a very exciting thing for me. So about myself, I actually live very close to Niagara Falls, Canada. I'm originally from India and I've been in Canada for 21 years now. When we came to Canada, me and my husband, I have two boys. They were really young, and you can do the maths. They're now in their 20s and they're all grown up and they've actually moved out. So I'm very blessed. I live at home with my husband and my mother-in-law. And when I have been a business owner for about 3 years, I
Mhm.
started this back in 2020, and at that time, I had been working in banking for almost eight and a half years when I came across this business. And yeah, and thanks to this, I've been a job quitter for 2.5 years now. And
Okay, nice.
yeah, so I'm a business owner, and yeah, so that has been my journey so far.
Yes, yes. I'm going a little bit quick introduction myself. I'm Rosa. For those people that are watching from maybe Tehmina's Facebook, I live in Canada. Tehmina, we are very close to each other. I live in Burlington. Sometimes, if I come to Niagara Falls, I send you a message. We should meet.
Absolutely, absolutely,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. I live in beautiful city in Burlington, a very close, beautiful city, Niagara Falls. Yes, and mom of two, my daughter in university, my son in elementary school. And I work in corporate job. I was very lucky that I worked very global company, very corporate job, very good company. But at the same time, always I was thinking that I worry about my job, about losing job, security of the job. I was all the time worried, and I looking for something new, and I very happy that I came across this business more than 1 year and a half, this online business, and I started. Tehmina, I wanted to share some things about myself that last year I was in park with my son, and I was watching one of the live, and you were with Neda, live with Neda.
Oh, wow.
And one of the reason when I watch your live, and I'm getting very interested to join this business. Wanted to tell you, I know you
I
from
didn't,
there.
I didn't know that. Thank you so much.
Yes,
That's so sweet.
I was watching you, and you talking about that. I believe that time you just maybe 5 or 6 months before that you were in the bank, and just focus on this business as a plan A. I believe I remember that time you explaining that you left the bank and just focus on this business, as you mentioned now too.
That's so
Yes.
good to know that. Yeah, that's so good. It's amazing how we connect in this business,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me about, tell for my follower about your journey, about what's going on.
So my journey, like I mentioned earlier, like I started 3 years ago, but coming to Canada as a new immigrant, when I came here, my husband's actually an engineer by profession. So I was with the understanding. I had not worked for a really long time since I got married and all that. This is back in like '93 is when I got married, and we moved here in 2020. I thought my husband would work when we came to Canada because he's an engineer. He'll get a job, and I'll just take care of the kids. That's what I was doing. But what happened, the reality was very different because when you come
Yes,
here, even though you come because of your, you get this point system because you're a graduate or you're an engineer or a
yes,
doctor or
yes,
whatever, you still have to get credits from local, from Canada itself, right? From
yes,
local colleges or universities or, just credits. So my husband had to do some more courses, and we came in summer of 2020. So I actually had to start working just to support ourselves while he had to go back to school and things
yes.
like that. So yeah, so it was a surprise to me that okay, now I'm not going to be a stay-at-home mom. I'm going to be working, and my younger son was really young. He was only 2 years old.
Oh,
So yeah, so and funnily enough, my husband's actually was in the merchant navy at that time, so he had to go back on ship also, for a few months to make some money. So I was alone for my first winter in Canada, with my two young boys. And I always say that people back home were so worried about me, but I always tell people like, what, when it comes to it, when you are in a situation where you have to make things work, you make things work. There is no other choice.
yes,
Alhamdulillah, things have been great. I started working, and then once you start working, you're on that hamster wheel. You just have to keep continuing because you need two incomes. So when my husband came back after that, he got a good job, but then we both continued working. I worked in customer service jobs. Then I went back to school in 2010, and I started working in one of the top five banks in Canada. This is back in 2012. I started working at TD. And what I realized was, although by then my husband was making a good income and I had a decent income as well, we were still living paycheck to paycheck. We were not able to save a lot of money and just pay whatever the regular expenses were, but no savings at all. And then we had to consider the fact that eventually we have to plan for retirement. Our kids went to school, university is very
yes,
expensive. We managed to do all those things, and then I also have a senior parent living at home.
hmm,
So all these things kind of made me think that I need to have a side hustle, a plan B. That's when
yes,
I came across this thing back in 2020. I was looking for Amazon and other things, but I found those very overwhelming. So in summer
yes,
2020, I was in a Facebook group and I was introduced to the business. Did my
okay,
own due diligence. You're always skeptical when you come across something.
yes,
But Alhamdulillah, I didn't let it hold me back. I actually
yes,
moved ahead. I kind of looked into it in more detail. And within 6 months of starting this business, I decided to quit my job.
yeah,
Because I had seen the potential in the business. I knew that if I put more effort into it, and I actually, because when I was working in the bank job, it was draining me out too much. 45 minutes drive going and coming back, and then I would do training for a couple of hours. Our business, as you know, it's very easy to start. So I was up and running within 2 weeks,
yes.
but I felt that if I was able to put in a little bit more time and effort, I would get better results. And I'm so glad I did that. My husband was the biggest support.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I quit my job in Jan of 2021.
I
And
remember you mentioned that life that you wanted more time for your senior people that in
yes,
your house,
yeah,
mother-in-law.
yeah, because my mother-in-law, especially being a woman, my husband could take time off easily. For me, it was difficult to take time off when I was working in the bank job because I wouldn't get paid, if I didn't go show up for work. I had a hourly pay, not a salary, not an annual salary.
Yes,
So no like paid leave and things. So my mother-in-law, even though my husband could take her to doctor's appointments, she preferred me being there, and I couldn't
yes,
be there
nice.
because I had to work. And then also, I would keep food and everything ready for her, but I would come
Yes,
back and she had not eaten because she wanted somebody to be there to serve.
nice.
Although she was like pretty mobile, but it's just the
Yes,
culture that they coming from India and stuff. She was more used to like somebody taking care of her.
yes,
So all those things were there, and that was the driving force. And I'm so glad, like I
yes,
have never regretted a minute of this. I've been able to achieve so many of the goals that I planned. We were living closer to Toronto at that time, in a small town called Whitby, and because I had this job where I could just I had this business where I could just up and leave. My husband got a transfer to Niagara Falls last
okay,
year, and that's how I could move to Niagara. Because I wasn't tied down to a job, right? Like at a particular place. I could, even if my husband had to move to Europe, I could have moved with him in any part of the world. So the
flexible.
business is so flexible and doable from anywhere. So yeah, so that has helped me achieve all those goals. Paid off my mortgage this January, debt
Yes,
free,
that's nice.
alhamdulillah. So a lot of milestones that I've been able to achieve, and met some amazing people through this whole
Yes,
journey.
yes, yes. And you support a lot of people in this journey.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just wanted to tell my friend that watching the live or later that we have it two times a week mastermind. One of them for most new people and another one for people that for a long time in the business.
yeah.
And you are the host for one of this session. And I see that how you share your success golden nugget with everyone. And every time I take a note, I tell you that.
That is
That's
so
very
sweet.
nice that you share, and that's feeling. I see that you have a very positive energy, you give the people that this
Alhamdulillah.
journey, you get successful, and people, sometimes they are new, they don't know what to do, and you help them to success and to share your success journey with them. That's very nice.
Alhamdulillah.
Yes,
I always feel what you give is what you get back tenfold, right? The more you give to people, the more you share with others. There is no price that you can put on that. What Allah will give you in abundance.
yes,
Income is one thing, but when you get people's blessings, their du'as, they go
yes,
so much further than any income can go. And for me,
yes,
that is very, very important. I really don't care about how much money I make through the business.
yes.
What I
And
care
that
more
make you
about,
money. You make money that you can
alhamdulillah.
continue. Yes, you can
Yeah.
free your mortgage. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah, Alhamdulillah. So, all these things are very, very important. And I feel it's so important to give back to the community. And, I was so
yes,
fortunate that I got to be a part of the newbie mastermind too.
yes,
I'm
yes,
so glad. Thank you so much for, for your feedback on it. It's really, really sweet of
yes.
you. Thank you.
Another thing wanted to tell you that most of us we have the same story. My husband, he's engineer. He works in Niagara Falls,
Oh,
and that's funny that you when you share that my husband some period of the time should without us because the job, and I had exactly the same experience that you mentioned, but I didn't work in the bank, but I work in the corporate job. But I wanted to tell
wow.
you that's very nice that we see a lot of successful people in our community
Yeah,
that they have this similar why that to have a better flexibility, portability, and
yeah,
good income for family at the same time that to be with very good people.
yeah, yeah. No, that's
Yes,
so true.
yes, yes. Okay, tell me if someone wanted, I don't know what happened, my voice echo, sorry about from here. If someone wanted thinking about that, should I take a risk? Should I move a step? What's your advice? Example for me last year when you had a live with Neda, I listened to you guys and I really getting interested to come. I just wanted you this time share your experience to see that if anyone that wanted to see a little bit changes, a little if someone that working very, we have so many nurses coming to me ask a question that really nurse can do this, or someone in the bank, or someone a stay home mom. What do you think? What this job suitable for? And I believe for anyone, but you go ahead and
Yeah.
answer.
So one of the key things, Rosa, I always tell people is if you're happy with what you're doing and you're happy with the way things are, whether, as you said, you're a nurse, you're a doctor, you're just stay-at-home mom, whatever it is, and you're happy with the way things are, then that's great, and I congratulate you for that. But if you're looking for a change, we are all looking for a change, not because nurses are it's one of the best professions out there, and I recently had a lot of experience dealing with a lot of nurses because of personal things. My dad was in hospital at that time, um, but it can be a lot of hard work. Over a period of
Yes,
time, there can be a lot of burnout. There can be a lot of stress, and at the end of the day, for the amount of time and effort you're putting in, you do it for an income, and income is not growing proportion to the expenses, right?
yes,
Inflation is
absolutely.
so much higher and your income is still kind of staying there. There's a lot of reasons why people want to get a plan B, or they want to find some other way of making an income, or possibly quit their job. So when they are looking for something, and if they are in that frame of mind where they want a change from what they are doing currently, then why not explore our business?
Yes,
Coming to your second point, yes, it is doable by anyone. As long as you're 18 and above, it does not matter what education you have, it does not matter what language you speak, it does not matter which part of the world you live in. All of those things do not matter. And how much experience you have either does not matter. A lot of times when I talk to people, they always say, oh, but I've never done this. Or, I don't know anything about the online space. There's a lot of things. You don't know how to drive. Nobody comes from, you're born learning how to drive. These are skills that you learn.
yeah,
So I always tell people, as long as you have a strong enough reason that you want to make a change in your life, that is going to be a driving force to keep you motivated and to make that change. And the other thing is be willing to learn. As long as you have these two things, it does not matter anything else, right? So our business is doable by anyone. As I mentioned, we have old people, like I won't say old, let's not say that.
no.
I have people that have been around for a really long time, 65, 70 years old. They are doing it. We
Yes,
have people as young as 18 doing this business.
yes,
So it is something that anyone and everyone can do.
Yes.
Does not, like, we have the best examples here. Like, you're in the corporate sector, I was working in banking, I have stay at home moms that work with me, I have doctors that work with me. So everybody's why is basically the same. They were all
So,
looking for a change, all looking for something that will allow them more flexibility, maybe saving money, plan B. And that's how they started their journey.
yes, Jenny.
Yeah,
Yes.
as long as you're willing to learn and you can grow in this business,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes.
One thing I always tell people is, because it's a business, we can't really guarantee when you're going to start making the income and how much. The potential is limitless to make income, but
Yes.
when and how, we can't tell you how soon. I mean, we can teach you how to do it, but we can't tell you when it will start. But the one thing I always tell people very confidently, I can guarantee people, is within a couple of months after you do this business, you are going to be a changed person. There's going to be so much of personal growth. You are going to be learning skills that you did not know you were good at. You'll realize your talents, and
Exactly.
also the confidence, right? The confidence, and the you just feel so positive, and such an amazing community that we belong to.
Mm-hmm.
That has been one of the best things that I love about this business. The growth,
Yes.
personal growth. Yeah.
I totally agree. Beside the financial, that we get very good income,
Yeah.
different stream come from this work. Another thing is that personal development. I see myself. My background is computer engineer. I work very good company, but I never have done any online business or anything look like that we are doing. But because we have very good training, very short video based, very
Yeah.
simple mentor and coach from day one, everything's provided from A to Z to you. It's very simple things that you don't need any experience and you don't need to be worried about that how you can be successful as long as you mentioned, willing to change, coachable, and start to doing the business.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Thank you. Was very good. Maybe last things that some people asking that if they come, I started by this way that if anyone interested wanted to know about this business, they can register in one of the website. You in the comment section we provide the website. Write your name and email address. You get the email. You get the link for webinar. You can watch the webinar. After webinar, if you are interested, you can come to the trial, 30 days trial. I wanted to ask you that some people saying that what they get in 30 days trial, what happened?
I like the way you said that. It is absolutely a 30-day trial. And the reason we have the trial is because we want people to check out our system before they move ahead, so that they can make an informed decision. The first step, like you mentioned, is absolutely free. It's a free workshop that explains to you what digital marketing is all about. But once you move into the next step and you pay the fee, you get a 30-day trial, which allows us to actually send you videos that are specifically talking about our business, talking about the compensation plan and how our business is, how you can make money, who our affiliate company is, all of those. Now, within those 30 days, if somebody decides that this is not for them, it is refundable, right? Because it is a trial period. But if you do move ahead, that same 149 helps us make your website for you. So you get a customized website, you get access to a lifetime access to your own training site. Because we are a global business, we don't have time bound, training sessions that you have to attend. The training is within your control. It's self-paced. You log in whenever you have time and you do the training at your own pace. So that's why you get access to a training site of your own where you can, learn and
Yes,
through each step by step video based training. You also get access to an email marketing campaign. So each person that registers on your website, we email them on your behalf, inviting them to the workshop. So there's so much that you get. There's so many back end benefits to this, the fee that you pay. You get access to a whole administration system and all of those things that are there to support you as a new business owner, along with the training and along with your private mentor and coach who's there to guide you. So there's so many different things and so many different aspects of this business that are absolutely amazing. But we know that everybody takes time to decide, and that's why we give you that period of time. It's a whole month.
Yes,
I've
yes,
seen so many other places where you get maybe 10 days, maybe a week, maximum you'll see 15 days, maximum. And not for online courses. I'm just talking for other stuff. For online courses and all, I've never seen such a long period of time where you can get, where you can actually refund and things like that.
yes.
So yeah, so we, because we're so confident in our business,
Exactly. That's the
that's how.
benefit of in business. That's the reason that best of the business in internationally best online business,
Yeah.
because they know that they are legal, they make money, change your life, change your change. If you're looking for change of your lifestyle, you can change it by this online business.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Why not, right? Like that's why, and that's the reason we share this with everyone, because we've come across something that is so amazing. We want to make sure that other people get the opportunity to, check it out as well, right?
Yes, check it out. Yes, yes. Okay, perfect. I think we are good. I don't want to take your time. I know that you are busy. You have other other things to do. Um, Thank you very much for people watching us, and or maybe replay this video later. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you again, Tahmina, for your time. I really appreciate for your time.
You are
It was
more than
very good
welcome.
chat.
It was lovely to meet you, Rosa. Thank you so much for inviting me, and you enjoy the rest of your day as well. Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you very much. Bye, everyone.